Yo, Garrett, thanks for joining us, dude, this evening. How you getting on, man?
Yo, not bad, not bad. It's just afternoon time here, hitting the bong, cracked a beer.
He's doing it in style, man. We're all sitting here like boring,
With-
drinking water, and
Drinking fucking rain over there.
you can see who's in the band. You can see who's in the fucking cool death metal band and who's not, can't you?
You can see I work in a kitchen 6 days a week, so
Oh man.
Oh, mate, that must be brutal. What part of America are you in? You're in Dakota, right?
yeah, I'm in North Dakota, so pretty much almost Canada. We're like 3 hours away from Canada.
Is it hot over there? Are you in like hot territory?
Well, right now I guess this is more for y'all. Oh, maybe not. I was gonna show you all the fucking snow out there, but
Oh shit.
Wow. God damn. Jesus.
we've gotten a lot of snowstorms this year. Probably the most snow accumulation in a few years. It blizzard pretty good last week. You know, we deal with like Fahrenheit over here, but like negative degree temperature, often like wind chills up to like 50 below Fahrenheit and stuff.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Because we live in a valley, there's nothing fucking blocking it, barely any tree coverage, so we're pretty much just in a valley getting all the Canadian winds, and makes for a bitter bitch outside.
Getting hammered. That's probably nice going into a kitchen 6 days a week then for the warmth. I was gonna say, like, if you're in like a hot climate, being in a kitchen 6 days a week, man, must be fucking murder.
Yeah, in the summer though, the humidity gets crazy around here too, though, so we kind of get the worst of both worlds.
Oh.
I'm never gonna moan about the weather in the UK again, you know.
Yeah, North Dakota's pretty fucking desolate for a good reason. It's the frozen tundra, I guess.
Yeah, man. Right, dude, I wanted to get into a bit about Maul first. So, I mean, firstly, congratulations, man. $20 spin. That's some pretty good news, isn't it? How did that come about?
Mr. Label Man, shout out David. Dave hit us up while we were on our last tour in December, actually.
Oh, sick.
He just kind of sent a message out. He actually just sent an Instagram message to us, like saying he was digging the shit and wondering what had cooking, what we were planning to do, and if we wanted to talk. And I was like, oh shit. But like when we were probably like 5 days in on like a 8-day tour. I can't remember what city we were in. I think Kansas City. But I pulled everyone in and I was like, yo, boys, you gotta see this. Yeah, and like instantly all of us were like, word, let's get to work. Because we were already planning for a busy year, but it just kind of changed our direction on what we were gonna be busy on.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean,
yeah.
Look at that roster that they've got it's just insane. They're like, I think they're numero uno in the game at the moment.
Absolutely. That's not even chilling. I just joined.
No.
But that's been one of my favorite death metal labels since I've gotten into death metal so heavy, like Fetid and Tomb Mold and Cerebral Rot and like homie bands already, like Sampantli and Terminal Nation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking
Worm.
Yeah.
Like it's an incredible roster, and like I almost felt like we're kind of like the dumb ones getting asked to join. We got to step the game up now.
No,
yeah, it's a bunch of bands that I've kind of not looked up to in a sense, but like, you know, that I'm just super into, like where my tastes generally lean. Like they kind of have always curated that.
Yeah, I mean, like every month when we do our like wrap up show at the end of the month, there's always at least one $20 spin album, if not more. Like, look at this month, we've got Majesties. The Ulthar albums that came out are fucking incredible.
They're insane.
Yeah, it's just, it must be really exciting. Like you said, your trajectory, you know, because you're dropping 2 new songs later this year, right? As a promo for the label.
Yeah, we'll have a little mini promo out this year. I think it'll be 3 tracks with you know, we're always doing something with synth type interlude noisy stuff. So.
Oh, wicked.
We'll probably be inquiring the services of Mr. Warflurch again for that. He really,
sick.
yeah, Mike knocked out all the sounds and stuff that bridged the songs on the full length. So he really added a cool ass element. Shout out my boy Mike.
Yeah, man. We when we spoke about the album, like I know you jokingly said like we're the dumb ones, but that Seraphic Punishment has way more like going on under the surface than you think it might do. When you after repeat listens, there's all these little bits. Like the first track that breaks out into like a fucking Black Sabbath Doom section halfway through with like an organ. You're like, where's this come from? Do you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know. I didn't see it coming from the demo, so or the EP. So, God, I'm so excited to see where you'll go next. Do you know what I mean? The evolution of Maul.
Yeah, that's something we've always. I feel like we always were leaning like doomy or sludgy. Even from the first demos, we were just playing way more hardcore leaning, and we just weren't as good as, you know what I mean. So what we were cooking up, we were kind of just giving little sections and tastes and kind of diving into how we like songs to flow, and then I think that's just continually grew up with us, like, because our doom sections get longer now, or we have like a 14-minute song now, like I don't know where I was going with that, I guess. But yeah, we're always kind of adding a new element, or at least expanding on something that we've always kind of flirted with. So
yeah, it's exciting to hear, man. So talking of Seraphic Punishment, it's been out for nearly 8 months now. Like, has the reception to it been more than like you were expecting? Because like it sort of blew up in the death metal Twitter sphere that we live in. It's been fucking just universally praised, man.
It's I mean, I don't know if you ever know what to expect, especially our first full length. We knew people were starting to know of us because we were kind of touring relentlessly anyway, like Swords constantly in people's faces or repeating smaller markets that are near us to just, that's what we do. We're a live band. We like to play shows. So like when the album came out, there were already spots that like kind of had like they knew us or kind of had a connection, or we like, I don't know. So it really spread a lot all in like a year without us, we had no idea where it was going to land it. But the reception's been fucking awesome. I mean, I've been doing art for 13, 15 years and never had anything like be received this well. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. You're just constantly learning and crafting, honing what you're doing, and jumping into the unknown.
It must be so rewarding, man. Having like you said, been plugging away for so long to be seeing this. I say success, but see at least seeing shit. We've got something here. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Like I like to think like a lot of it too in art, because I grew up in a pretty scarce. I grew up on a Native American reservation.
Oh wow!
So I was already kind of outcasted for being a goth metal kid. So like a lot of my time was kind of searching for like my people, and it just kind of coincided with the growth of Maul too. And now it's like there's an entire fucking community of the same people, same kind of people that I like really, so I'm 32, just kind of finding like, oh shit, there's it's a cool ride. Very cool ride.
Yeah, man, that's wicked. And you guys mentioned that you're a live band, like you're touring. You're going on some mammoth tour, dude. Like soon, like that. It's what's like 2 full months. Is it 3 months?
Yeah, it's like one of them is 3 weeks and the other one is just over 4 weeks. So
a lot of dates.
But they're also only 3 months apart. So
yeah,
you're like playing at Denver Death Fest as well, isn't it? Fools of Metal, what they've organised.
Yep. We're on Denver.
You're on that bill.
Next month. Yep, we're hanging out in Denver, Colorado on 420. Couldn't be happier.
It's meant to be.
That's such a rad lineup you've got as well. Like Terminal Nation, like you said earlier, Tombstoner, our friends in Tombstoner as well. Such a sick band. So there should be some good times, man.
Yeah, we went out on the album release tour. We took out Tombstoner on like 8 days in a row with us, and that was like one of those things, where you're meeting 4 fucking goons from another part of the country doing the, doing the same shit you're doing, but like they're from Staten Island, New York. There's virtually no other common ground there, other than we're both just dudes trying to play death metal. So
you're both doing it very well. Like, it has to be, it has to be said. Like, So what's the
we
plan?
have a lot of fun with them. So that's going to be like the first band we get to take out again, and it's kind of cool because I book all the tours myself. So
sick.
I have the pleasure and the hassle of trying to wrangle. Like, that was never going to be 4 different legs of 4 different bands, but it just kind of ended up being like that way because I guess we might be the crazy ones asking people, hey, you want to go on the road with us for a month?
I say the logistics of that must be like really hard because you're obviously all working dudes. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're pro, not like you're millionaire musicians. You've just got time whenever. So putting tours like that together must be hard, man.
Yeah, I know on our end, like, it's that part of that growth of like just going over 5 years, and our goal was always to be like on the road and do what we can, see what we can. So it's kind of, we've had fill-in players that have killed it for us and made sure that we can make that happen, but we have all 5 of us are down to make whatever fucking happen. So it's kind of,
that's it, mate. You get one shot, don't you?
Right. Yeah. So at this point, like, this is like what we're trying to do, and all of our like shoot jobs, all of our what we make bills on are kind of what fills in the gap, just because the only time is right now to hit it. So let's go.
Yeah, that's it, man. So what's the plans for Maul after this then? Getting stuck into writing album 2, or
so we've been cooking up songs. We've got maybe 5 or 6 ideas rolling right now. 3 of them are really tight, and 2 of them are getting recorded for that promo.
Sick.
So we're kind of just fleshing away on that. We booked studio time in between those 2 tours to track that promo. So we're pretty much busy this whole spring through summer. So yeah, July 1st is our hometown show. Then we don't have anything booked. We're just gonna really hammer away on writing. Yeah, try to get into the studio this winter to track LP2 and get that out by next year too. So
that's exciting, man. I suppose like that like $20 bin thing must be so like, or not, not that you weren't pumped to write album 2 anyway, but now it must be like, fuck yeah, let's I can't wait to get this done.
I think it definitely accelerated us looking even towards the second LP, because we were going to go with, let's keep releasing shorter EPs and just stay on the road and stay out there, like make sure, in that sense, that make sure every song is a fucking banger and stay out there and just keep going. But it's kind of fun to have that, not challenge, but just that goal. Yeah, like, okay, let's do another album. Let's go. We're probably in the hottest we've ever been as far as like writing and jamming together. So it's kind of fun to see what we toss up and create.
Yeah, man, you got to ride that wave while it's there, haven't you? Just fucking
absolutely.
Go for it. So Garrett, we wanted to get a little bit into your sort of journey into music and stuff. This will be fascinating, seeing as you said like where you grew up and stuff. But did you have a lot of music growing up as a kid? Were you brought up in a musical sort of family, or?
No, not other than my dad just playing a lot of music around the house. No, nobody in my family was really musical, I would say. I had a lot of older cousins that were into like, it was the mid 90s, so a lot of them were into like new metal, like Korn and Slipknot and shit like that. So I was getting introduced to that when I was like 7 or 8.
Oh, sweet.
At like family reunions. I think my progression was kind of like maybe like oh my god, Kiss and Scorpions, and then like Ozzy, then Rob Zombie, then Mushroomhead and Korn, and a bunch of shit like all when I was like 10, 11. So just buying CDs left and right. So I was probably influenced more so by my cousins just being into that, and the mall goth fashion with all the pointy hair and collars and shit.
We've all been there, man.
Yeah. That was kind of like I said, so I grew up on the reservation, and that was pretty, I don't know why it was such a touchy subject for something to be so different there, you know what I mean? But that was a lot of it wasn't a fun time. being like that. But there was like a group of like 6 of us that were into metal and, you know, backyard wrestling and shit like that. So
man.
We had kind of like a violent rep in town, but we were just trying to have fun and not be around like actually awful shit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So whereabouts in the States was that then? Was that in North Dakota as well? Or?
It's in Minnesota, so it's the White Earth Reservation. White Earth Reservation. Maybe like 2 hours away from where I've been living the last 12 years. It's Ojibwe tribe. Yeah, very, very small. You know, my high school, like I dropped out, but like the whole school was maybe like less than 300 kids.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Very racist, old, a lot of old white people that lived on the reservation that didn't like indigenous people. So it was a very weird combo, especially in the school system and shit too. I fucking hated it at a very, you know, when you're just like, you're an angsty, pissed off teen, but like you learn to like trust your gut just out of survival and shit like that. That's kind of what I just chalk up high school was. Like, none of this is, I'm not subscribing to any of this bullshit.
Fuck, man. We like, our going to school here was really just kind of plain and boring. I suppose in America we'd have grown up in the equivalent of suburbs over there, so it's quite. So yeah, nothing like you experienced growing up as a kid. So that's, I guess, a hard, you know, like being in that sort of around them circumstances. You're probably drawn to that harder music and that because you know, it's listening to other people who've got shit going on in their lives and they're angry about that, and you can equate to that. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I think it was like the perfect. Like, I was always addicted to like the riff, to like bluesy guitar and distortion and shit. Like, I remember, I think I said this on like every interview I've done, but my dad used to have this George Thorogood and the Destroyers tape.
Oh, class.
Like, yeah, like Bad to the Bone and shit like that. But I used to sing along to like every word when I was like 3 and bang my head in the back seat. So I think I was always this person, you know. But yeah, it was like the perfect outlet. Like, nothing channeled that better, right, than listening to like fucking Iowa by Slipknot, being a 12-year-old. You know?
So would that have been the start? So obviously Iowa's got fucking blast beats all over it and stuff like that. Would that been the path that started you off down the extreme metal road, getting into more like death metal and shit like that?
Yeah. So I was into like all that like Ozfest generation stuff. Where was the gap? I know there. So my introduction to death metal was actually a 6 Feet Under CD, which a lot of people find hilarious.
That's quite, mate. They had some tunes, man.
Their early stuff was fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So my first death metal CD was Maximum Violence, and it was my cousin's boyfriend at the time who knew I liked heavy shit, and he got it and didn't like it at all, and just gave it to me. And then I was like, that was my introduction to like Black Dahlia Murder and Dying Fetus and Deicide, like a lot of the bigger Roadrunner bands at the time. Like, I was buying just like anthology CDs and just getting into everything I could.
Yeah.
And then I kept spiraling like fucking shortly thereafter, like MySpace was around, so I was getting into all the early deathcore stuff and different grindcore and gore grind shit that I could find. Like, just anything that looked extreme or offensive, I was definitely about.
Straight in. Dude, you've been on Shula. Do you know Shula Benson? Death Comes Lifting podcast. He does death metal radio.
I didn't recognize the name or I did definitely.
Yeah, he reps for 6 Feet Under all the time. We chatted to him on here, and he was like waxing about 6 Feet Under. So you're in good company, man. Honestly, like
I'll still jam some 6 Feet Under. Obviously, they've got some not so good stuff in Chris Barnes. Chris Barnes, but
those early CDs, man, were fucking good, man.
Yeah,
good
even scattered throughout. Like, they had like one in 2012 that was actually, aside from like lyrical themes, like the album was fucking badass. I think it was called Undead or something. I don't remember.
He's always had good musicians with him all day.
Yeah,
you know, so
yeah, he's always had a supporting cast for sure.
And I saw I saw a tweet that you put out the other day, Garrett. I had to where you said first 3 Deicide albums over first 3 Morbid Angel albums, and like I know that's heresy to some people, but I think I agree, man. I'd take it. I'd take them as well.
I take them as well. I had to fact check myself. And I went to Spotify and I was like, what are their third 3? And I was like, oh shit, fucking Once Upon a Cross. Hell yeah, they're much better.
Once Upon a Cross is a fucking top 10 all-timer for me, man. In fact, all 3 of them would be. So
they could, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they could all 3 be in top 10 for me, but they're all way up there for sure.
Yeah. So what were the first albums you can ever remember buying with your own money? Like little Garrett had his pocket money and he he went down the record store. What were the first ones you can remember picking up yourself and being like, oh shit, this is my album?
Well, the first one was like I think it was in that Rob Zombie and Mushroomhead era. So I think it was like Sinister Urge and fucking the Double X album from Mushroomhead. So yeah,
Sinister Urge is a great album, man.
Yeah. But it was around that time. So what was that, like 2001, 2? Yeah, I think I remember getting it was the Roadrunner Complete anthology or some shit, or greatest hits of Roadrunner from Deicide. I remember buying that for myself. And then is the album called One Shot, One Kill, Dying Fetus? Or is that just a song on it? Not Destroy the Opposition. It's damn, I can't think of the album. I'm so bad at titles. I think it was like their 2002 or 2003 album.
Oh yeah, it's
Stop at Nothing.
Stop at Nothing. That's it. Yeah, that's the
album. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just got the list up. I wouldn't have remembered that myself.
Yeah, there's no way. I got hit in the head too many times. God.
Dude, there's some good first albums though, to be fair. Like we've mentioned this future. Like I bought the Simpsons album, was the first album I ever bought. Okay. Definitely bought the greatest reggae album in the world ever.
Yeah.
So like
still stands by that. Greatest reggae album ever.
Christ.
Your credit's still high, man. Don't worry about that. Like, are you a collector, dude? Do you collect vinyl or CDs, or have you got a collection, or are you not?
I do have a smaller, decent size cassette collection and a good little stereo. But yeah, I'm just too fucking broke for vinyl, honestly.
It's expensive, isn't it?
I mean, especially touring now all the time, like pretty much that's where my money goes, is to make sure I survive out there. But I used to love CDs. My dumbass though, like I used to have one of those big 250 or 300 booklet.
Oh yeah.
So when I was younger, all I cared about was the disc and the booklet. And I don't have any of the fucking cases anymore. So like they're all basically worthless.
We do the same, mate. We've all got loads of, we're all CD buyers. Well, the dual case goes in the bin because it's such fucking.
Yeah, but I mean that's like now I feel like that's one of the most important parts.
Have to box them all up again if I ever sell them.
Yeah.
So what were the first like metal shows you went to? What were your first gigs?
I actually went to a George Thorogood show. I know that's not metal, but I was like fucking 9
that's sick.
or 10.
That's sick, dude.
And that was awesome, seeing a live rock band like that at a young age. I feel like that definitely made me feel something, and unlocked something.
Oh yeah.
The first show that I went to by myself, it was in Fargo where I live now, but I was still living on the reservation. I was 16 I was 16, and it was Lamb of God, Trivium, Machine Head, and Gojira's first time.
Wow.
It was their first US tour.
Yeah.
Like we watched, I think Gojira was playing like at fucking Doors, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was a wild experience. Yeah, just getting tossed around by big fucking biker dudes that look But that was sick. The Fargo used to have a pretty cool venue. Just in those times too, there was always bigger metal packages that would actually come through North Dakota. I did see a death metal band in a garage This might have been just before or after that, but I wouldn't consider that a show because it was literally just a party that they played at. I can't even remember their damn name. It was something with a shotgun in it. But that was kind of cool to see. It was like 8 miles north of my hometown, so it was still very, very small. You know, like a 400 town population, and I don't know where I was going with that.
But it's sick to see that you'd have then thought, oh, there's like-minded people around here somewhere. You've just got to find them. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Or just even getting instruments together, because I mean, shortly after that, late 2008 was when Anthony Lamb and I, who's in Maul, got together and started writing music in like 2009. So,
well, you mentioned like you went to that first show and you were getting tossed around. Were you straight in the pit? First show, just straight like, oh, fucking what a legend.
I had all the fucking energy in the world back then, dude. Yeah. That was the height of my fucking backyard wrestling days too. So I was getting thrown up garages and ladders and shit. So I was living it up going into the pit, dude. Just risking death, slipping on beer, dude.
Are you now like a bit older? Like, there's times I regret fucking jumping off of garages and like.
Oh, regret is a strong word. Because I think I would try to do more, honestly. But my body, my body is kind of, you know, I got my shoulders fucking shot, my knees shot, my hips are shot. I crushed a vertebrae from wrestling.
Oh shit!
But like, I still move around all right. I'm still stage diving and shit, just not as much as I once was, and I have to stretch every day. But
dude, when I see those live shots of Maul, and fucking I need to see you guys live so bad, man. I can't wait for if you ever get a chance to come to the UK, man. Like I can't wait to see, like, those live shows look nuts.
Yeah, like I said, we're a live band. Like, you have to see. I don't know if that sounds pretentious or not, but you have to like feel Maul to get it. You know what I mean? Like, we're heavier for a lot of reasons than just like heavy guitars, I guess.
Yeah, dude, it's the same as like the 2 Undeath albums, right? I've played them so much since they came out. Having seen them live now, it just makes me love him even more. When you see it live and you see the energy and the fucking
energy.
Yeah, and that's it. You have to. I think, especially with a lot of the newer death metal bands, I feel like you're all bands that have to be seen live to really appreciate. And do you know what I mean? Like Maul, Frozen Soul, Undeath, 200 Stab Wounds, all of those bands really look like fucking bands you have to see live.
And I think that's a good thing for sure, because there was a long time where death metal albums were more about how perfect it sounded in the album, and like if they were live, it was just watching like 3 people stand still or what. I don't know.
No, I get, dude. It was getting kind of sterile for a little while. Sure, like everything was getting overproduced, and can we out technical this band? And this like current wave is so fucking exciting. Like it's death metal is we've said here, I think it's even more. I think it's the most exciting it's ever been. Even its early heyday, I think this is more exciting now.
Yeah, 100%.
I wish I knew what that was like then. But
same.
I feel like it is in a way because it's so accessible. Like we're talking right now about death metal. We would have never been able to do that 20 years ago. So
I think the internet's got a massive part to play in that as well. But I think
social media,
what the coolest part is as well with bands like Maul, 200 Stab Wounds, Tribal Gaze, you know, Undeath is you're all so cool, and everyone's just supporting each other. Like, you're not trying to like outdo anybody.
Yeah,
like, you're just trying to lift each other up, and it's
like family, isn't it?
It's a madness because it's create, you know, what is it? Rising tides,
raise
ships, and that's exactly what's kind of happening in death metal now.
Yeah, it's like a big brotherhood, man.
Yeah, like a massive brotherhood.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, through Through the one reiteration of like Headbangers Ball with Jamie Josta, and then all his podcasting and shit, and everything that like Trevor Sternad did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I always just I fucking vibe with that mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
anybody, if you have any sort of path or any kind of anything, like lift up whoever you fucking can with you. Like that just makes everybody eats. You know what I mean? There's no fucking weird, like you said, competition or like I grew up in wrestling, like I said, in professional wrestling, and that's a fucking thankless, dirty world. Because it's all about like this motherfucker's trying to steal my spot or this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta like bury the competition. You gotta be at the top of the hierarchy.
Right. And like I'm admittedly way too soft for that world because I'm like, damn, I'm just trying to like do the thing I love with people that are doing it too. But that's way more suitable in music. So
I'd be exactly the same. I've got the same sort of temperament as well. I'm not. So I mean, you can have it. You take it. I'm good.
Take it.
Yeah, have it.
Yeah, man. So you mentioned earlier, dude, when you started playing in bands, what were your first like experiences of being in bands and the first sort of shows you played? And was it? Have you always been the front man? Do you play? Have you played instruments, or have you played?
No, I've diddled around on guitar and bass, but I can't. I don't have like the coordination for it. I don't think.
Here, man.
I've always been a writer, though. You know, I remember writing like fake songs and coming up with fake band like album track listings and shit like that in my notebooks.
Yeah.
So I've always kind of been like a creator writer for sure. The first shows with that band were, I mean, we played like a battle of the bands at our state fair or at our fucking county fair, and that was awful. No lie, that there was a different battle of the bands where we played one, and we were like MySpace deathcore, so it was like kind of awful, but it was, you know, scary music, especially to towns of like 500 people. But we played like another county fair, and judges had like pieces of paper that they all handed to us at the end, and one of the comments said, "Please don't kill us." So Lamb and I have taken that mentality.
It's in everything we do now.
So
like,
did you ever have any sort of vocal coaching or anything like that? Or did you just come straight out? Because, you know, I think across the board here, we were saying on the podcast that your performance on the debut record is probably vocal performance of the year.
Oh, it's incredible. It's fucking incredible.
Your voice is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Thank you.
It's insane. So I had to get that in.
I thank you. That's badass. No, my vocal training was fucking cranking those death metal CDs and pissing my dad off. You know?
That's even more like mind blowing, man.
Yeah, because you know, but that was 12, 13. And like it was like the Randy Blythes, the Trevors, the fucking the Mitch Luckers, the Chris Barnes, like just I was obsessed with those sounds and fucking death metal karaoke in my room, you know.
Yeah,
that's probably where your range comes from then. Like that, obviously you've got Trevor and Mitch would hit those screams, and on the other end of it you've got Chris Barnes with those fucking disgusting gutturals, and you're like everywhere in between. So I guess that makes sense.
Say, I've gotten a compliment before on like some of my enunciation on words and shit, and I'm like, that's straight up like that's Randy Bly, like through and through, Lamb of God. Like that's probably something that shows a lot, not like the tone or anything, but definitely how I enunciate some shit is like I just loved Lamb of God growing up.
Dude, we're going to see him next week. Still fucking out there slaying it, man.
Yeah, they're still holding it down for sure. They're fucking legends of the game now. They're becoming our like the next big four of shit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So when did Maul start then? So from these your sort of early early sort of experiences playing music? When did Maul become a thing? Like
Maul started in probably February, March of 2017. We started like practicing, and it was Anthony Lamb and I and our friend Robbie who was like, "Fuck it, I'll learn drums."
sick.
And yeah, so Robbie learned drums with Maul, and his entire time of playing drums and growing was just playing Maul songs and writing and figuring it out. Kind of, he did some lessons and stuff, but yeah, he didn't start playing drums till like late 2016.
That's mental.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Why can't I do that? Why can't I just get some drumsticks and fucking do that? That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing, but it's crazy.
No, we've definitely given him a lot of fucking props on doing that kind of shit, because it's a running joke for sure. I'm in like every scene, but like one band equals 7, or one drummer equals 7 new bands. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he got so fucking good. But
yeah, that's crazy, man.
He's a madman for sure. That's my boy. Shout out Robbie.
Dude, there's some like seriously self-taught talent going on in that band then. Like you and the vocals, him on the drums. Fuck, man. Like
yeah, man, it's
mad. Me and Defa had a band. We tried in school, didn't we, Def?
Yeah, Nailhead.
We just couldn't.
Nailhead.
We were both terrible. And like it didn't matter how hard we tried, we couldn't get any better. So it just blows my mind when people can fucking just come out the bat like that and just learn to be that good that quick. It's
amazing.
Fucking wild, man.
A lot of fucking hours just doing it. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. So outside of metal, dude, what other genres are you spinning?
Oh, I'm a big country fan. More outlaw country, or like I guess you could consider it the underground alternative of country. Like Charlie Crockett is a current name going, is one of my favorites. But it's more like that's a real motherfucker. Like he rode trains and played corners and fucking, now he's playing sold out arenas. I saw him at First Ave in Minneapolis and shit. But it's not like radio marketed country or pop country by any means.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of great, just singer-songwriter shit that I've always just vibed with that kind of feel, because my dad's 72 right now, so I grew up on Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, fucking George Jones, shit like that.
Nice.
Kind of always been a big part of my heart, I guess. And then I'm big on like synth, dark wave synth, and different kind of pop shit.
Oh, I love a lot of the new synth, like the synth wave stuff and things like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy Harsher, Nuevo Testamento. There's a lot of great stuff that I'm big Carly Rae Jepsen fan. I think she's fucking awesome. So yeah. And then rap. Always been on rap.
Yes.
I prefer like East Coast kind of style, like more bar heavy, focused, and simpler hooks and stuff. But I also like G-funk, like groovy ass shit. So,
dude, we literally just had a chat with Matt from Gridiron last week, and we did his like top 10 hip hop albums of all time, and that was rad to hear, like that side of things as well. Talking of the country, there's a sick picture of you. I think you put up on Instagram where you're like full cowboy outfit. Man, that's fucking that looks so rad.
Yeah, we did a Halloween show where Lamb and I were dressed up as cowboys. So
yeah, that's so dope, man. Yeah, I was gonna say you touched on the synthy stuff there. Is that your influence on the album? The little interlude bits, or you guys all?
It was my idea to add that element for the full length album, because it was kind of always understood that we're not like a click track band. We're not going to play any like background samples live.
Yeah.
Because it's not the kind of band we are. But to have that kind of like added element, added feel on the album is like, just to make the album stand apart, I guess. But we've always had kind of different noise musicians around the area do interludes or like little 5-second swells before a song kicks in on almost all of our releases. So I don't know, I think band Scorched from
Oh man, that's so good.
I think that really influenced a lot of synth stuff for me. Like wanting to include that with Maul. I thought that was just a perfect vibe setter, like breather in between shit, but it's still like a really cool thing on its own.
I love how that sounds on the record. Like you mentioned earlier, the Warflurch album is so sick, and that's got those little interludes and the I love the voices, like the robot voices and stuff. Have you heard Universally Estranged?
I have heard Universally Estranged. Yep.
Yeah, their last album it's the same.
So good.
Oh fuck, man, it's so good.
I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyway. A Bangers and Mosh exclusive. The Warflurch LP2 will feature a lot of spoken tracks from your boy right here. So
sick.
I'm getting pre-ordering now.
Yeah, because like, is he just down the street from you then? Because I always kind of see the live on the Instagram live, and you guys are always like chatting and that. I suppose it's just probably on.
He's probably like 3,000 miles down the street. Yeah.
I was going to say. He's like, where's he at?
Fucking Australia.
So he's in Florida. He's way in Florida and North Dakota. So North Dakota is like, and Florida's fucking tip. So
yeah.
But the wife and I were visiting Florida at the end of January and drove over and hung out with Mike, and then we just started creating some shit, of course. So
how did you guys meet then? Like to
Instagram
kick off the friendship? Oh, right, it was just straight from that.
Just pandemic. Pandemic. He was doing his Instagram Warflurch Wednesdays.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, and I was just a fan of the band. I think the Shit Slime demo came out, and I was super about it.
Yeah.
And we just kind of became friends, talking, DMing, and then I did his thing, and I started doing Maul Monday, and we were just kind of always hanging out on Instagram because that was
right,
the
that's
only
sick,
thing
man.
to do. Yeah, it was kind of the coolest way to spend the entire shutdown, was kind of make all these contacts and friends and relationships basically, and then when it kind of opened up, now we get to tour to those spots and like really meet. So it's pretty, I don't know. We started something fun with the little death metal Instagram community, and it's been fun.
You did. It was fucking wicked.
Yeah, that's rad, man.
We're a part of it.
It's cool to hear that, man. I'm so excited to hear that record now. Like it's I love that first record.
Yeah, the artwork's sick on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, their artwork is fucking insane on that. Yeah, dude, I like doing those like spoken word shit. So
I mean, talking of sick fucking artwork, the Seraphic Punishment artwork is.
Yeah, shout out Jason Barnett.
Fuck, man. Like, I've sat and stared at that cover, just looking at all the little details. Like, that's fucking wicked, that.
Fuck yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, I knew I wanted him because I was following his art for a while, and I knew we needed something fucking crazy for a full length.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I explained to him an idea that we were cooking up. We kind of had like a shitty post-it note of arrangements and shit, like sketchily drawn on there. And he just took the idea and fucking blew it out of the water. And then it was actually like 5 months later, I hit him up and I was like, yo, would you paint us a back piece too? So that whole back part with the titling and everything was like, almost a year. It's probably actually a year apart away. Just because I was like, fuck, we can't have a really cool front and no back.
Yeah.
This is like one of my favorite longies that I've got.
Yeah.
Cool. It's such a good color scheme as well. Like, it's ridiculous. I've
Dude,
never looked so good in like pink, man.
I love that album cover so much. The colors behind me are like I tried to match with my LED lights. Tried to match. I fucking just that's something about that color scheme, man. It's just so fucking perfect.
I knew there was something sexy going on in the
background. Oh, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Are you doing with the promo? Are you going to have new artwork for the promo, or will it just be?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so cool. I feel like we've touched on this. I know it's super nerdy, but we've like we said, like there's so many new bands coming out, right? That metal is fucking swamped with new bands, and and I feel like the ones who really take the time with the artwork, that can really help you stand out. It can make someone check the album out or not. And I think it's real important to get that spot on, man.
Yeah, I think I've seen quite a bit of comments though, like artwork's cool, but music is. I mean, shit. We really had him in the first half, you know.
No, those people are idiots, but they are right about the artwork. So
no, it's something I think from like my wrestling background, kind of, and always learning and being a super nerdy about art. Like I said, I was fucking drawing labels or logos and track listings and shit when I was younger, so I like putting together full packages. I really do think, even with my show flyers, like I spend $100 to $160 just to commission someone to draw a really cool show flyer, because if I book the show, I want the whole thing to feel and just look cool. I don't know, or what I mean, like
man, of course,
something that would grab my attention.
You don't want to half-ass
detail.
Dude, that could be the difference between you selling enough tickets to the show or not, can't it? So it's fucking so much thought.
And then you're also supporting a fucking artist trying to do it in the same fucking swoop. So I don't know.
Dude,
I say, isn't it?
We love fucking album artwork so much. We've actually got a really cool artist coming up. We're doing an interview with him over the weekend. So he done like the new Frozen Soul, Spirit World, Municipal Waste. So it's such a fascinating chat. Dude, we'll have to do another chat at some point about fucking just art, because that would be that'd be killer. Yeah, man. So you've touched on it a couple of times, dude. Interests. What's going on in Garrett world outside of music? I know you're a massive wrestling fan, right?
Yeah. Actually, tonight we have our local promotion that my buddy Eric runs, Time Bomb Pro Wrestling.
Oh, cool.
We have a show tonight, and I do commentary for him. I've been doing commentary for like the last 2 years with him. So,
sweet.
If you ever check out a Time Bomb Pro Wrestling show online, you'll hear me calling the action.
Oh, I will now.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Garrett the Brains Alvarado.
But so that's been really fun, just kind of living somewhat vicariously, but still getting to promote my, I know how wrestling should be presented. So I like just nerding out and being able to do that. I actually did my last wrestling match with Time Bomb last year in May. So I used to do deathmatch wrestling, and that was like that was a wild, bloody mess.
I'm going to have to check these out, dude. I'm going to have a little look at these. I'm going to have a little look at these later.
Yeah. So I'm doing that tonight. Commentary is still, they do shows every month, every other month almost. What else do I do? I don't really do a lot.
who were your commentary inspirations? Who were your favorite wrestling commentators? I like Bobby the Brain and Gorilla Monsoon were a 1-2 combo that just
absolutely.
They were fucking unstoppable. They were untouchable.
Better pair, honestly.
Nah, man.
That's childhood right there.
Nobody had the wits like Bobby.
Nah. You hated him as a kid, didn't you? Like, I hated him because he was always rooting for the bad guy, and but now
I like that. I was always kind of more towards the heels, even.
Were you?
Yeah, because I grew up with like '90s WCW, and I was like I was always into Flair and Jericho and fucking Raven and shit like
that. Who's your favorite wrestler, Garrett? All time favorite wrestler?
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
What a legend.
It has to be.
Fucking yeah.
What a legend.
Yeah, for sure.
Mate, mine's
Or
British
or
Bulldog.
probably Macho Man.
Macho Man was those. I feel like it's coming back again now. I think with but those wrestlers had all such amazing personalities, didn't they? They were all larger than life when you were a kid growing up, weren't they? They were like.
Sure. They were the real superheroes.
Yeah, I was about to say they were. Yeah, they were.
I remember I stood in a line when I was little to go and get my poster signed by the British Bulldog, and it was just like meeting a superhero. Like I was just stood there like, oh my god, look it, that's really him, and it was just like that was such an exciting. Me and you were huge like fucking wrestling fans in the early 90s, weren't we?
God,
like,
yeah. Like, we went to SummerSlam, didn't we?
Yeah, we went SummerSlam. Yeah, Wembley.
That's wild. That's a crazy show too.
Dude, that was one of the all-time greats, man. That fucking outrageous show.
Fuck. That's so sick that you went to that.
Yeah, man. So, dude, I'm 100% going to check out. It's a time bomb. You said, yeah, time bomb.
Yeah, yep, Time Bomb Pro.
Time Bomb Pro.
Yeah, sick. I'm getting on that. So, how many matches have you wrestled then down the years? A lot.
Oh, a lot. I don't know.
Oh, I need to see you wrestle, man. If your on-stage persona is like your ring persona, then.
I use a lot of wrestling mindset in how I work with a band for sure. Like I said, just with presenting every detail or just promotion or really I don't know how to really word that, I guess, but
no,
I've always taken little bits of everything I've just fully dove into,
Yeah, it's like the showman side to it, isn't it? It comes out on stage and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, when I first started, I was really, really fucking throwing around the mic stand, and a lot of that was just pro wrestling, But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like tap into like a character for Maul, but it's definitely like just allowing the full, complete release.
Yeah.
To be that, like I'm not afraid to just be that, whatever it is. So. Yeah. I think that definitely helped with wrestling too, because it's just like, all right, commit,
Yeah, you can't half-arse either of those things, can you? So.
Right, yeah, because then you might look. I don't know what it is.
Nah, man, I hear. Right, dude, we're gonna play a game very quickly. It's a new one. You're the first contestant to play banger or clanger. Right, we're gonna shoot some songs at you.
Banger or clanger?
It's really like. Some of these now, I'm thinking because of the time you grew up, like during nu metal and stuff like that. I'm starting to think maybe you're going to think some of these are bangers, so we'll see. But
so I'm going to say banger to something, and y'all are going to clown me because it's a clanger.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll have to answer as well then. So it's we're not just putting Garrett on the spot here, right? We've all got to answer these as well. So first one, Disturbed, Down with the Sickness.
God, all right. Some cool riffs, but clanger for sure.
Yeah, I'm going clanger, man. I know you two think it's a banger, but I think
are tripping, bro.
I think this might be one of the worst songs ever recorded.
No,
there's nothing bad about flipping out and kicking your mum in the head.
Dude, that bit in the middle is the worst thing ever recorded. Hands up. That bit in the middle is dreadful.
The worst part about that is that there was a producer like near the room with him who was like, all right, cool.
Mommy, no.
No, he was like, yep, that's it.
Fucking hell, man.
It certainly hasn't held up.
Like, that shit makes me sweat with embarrassment every time.
Yo, if you said Stupefy, banger.
Oh, Stupefy's a banger. Stupefy's a banger, but yeah, I can't get behind Down with the Sickness, man.
No.
Okay. Blink 182, I Miss You.
Clanger.
Where are you?
Where are you? Yeah,
clanger. I think I liked What's My Age Again or some shit when I was like, I had it on like a Now. That's what I call Music City when I was younger.
What's My Age Again is a banger. I'm going banger on that, but yeah, I Miss You fucking a bit.
Yeah, it's a clanger. It is a clanger.
Yeah. Clanger, isn't it?
Right, Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag.
Oh, banger.
Yes.
Banger for
Big
sure.
banger.
Yes.
I bought 2 tickets.
It is.
Dude, I booked 2 tickets to Iron Maiden earlier this year for me and Defra, and that's the message I sent him.
Yeah.
I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, Defra. Come
I
with me,
swear to
maybe.
God, if you told my man's maybe, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Next one, Fountains of Wayne, Stacey's mum.
That's a banger.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's,
like that.
tune.
it's
It's
a
a good
big
tune.
banger.
How
Yeah.
are you mad when you hear that?
yeah,
Dude,
that's true. And she
it's-
did have it going on, to be honest. So
Yeah, that
But she
video
did.
is
yeah.
growing
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah.
That video is an eye opener.
Mm. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'll
Oh,
tell
man.
you what.
Right. Well, I think we all know what this should be. Toto Africa.
I
Come
hate that song. I hate that.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! Banger.
Okay.
I
You going
wanted you to
banger?
really. I wanted you
He's-
to soak in that facial reaction because I didn't want to.
I thought someone had disconnected. Like I was looking around, just like, why the fuck is it so quiet?
No, it was just me disconnecting. That's a clanger.
Yeah, should have just hung up after that. It's like boop.
Damn.
Damn, you're
okay.
not blessing the rains down in Africa then.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I mean, I wish them well for sure, but
yeah.
Wish them well.
I wish them well. I've got no beef with brains in Africa, but
Fuck, man, that's awesome.
clanger. Is that a consensus?
I'm
banger?
going banger. I have to.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm going banger.
It's weird though, isn't it? Because I feel like it is a bit of both.
Yeah, it's,
I feel like it's a bit of both, man. Like it's kind of shit, but
dude. That's why
It's
a lot.
good shit. It's good shit.
A lot of these songs can go either way. It's
Yeah.
the beauty. It's the beauty of these tracks.
Well, I'm
that
gonna
we pick.
throw. I'm gonna throw one now, Garrett.
All right.
Crazy Town, Butterfly.
Oh, banger.
yeah, that's a banger, man.
I'm
That's a
going
banger.
clanger. I think it's shit.
Oh,
Town is-
shifty
it's-
shell shock.
Shifty
Scott
shell-
Simon said to
Mate,
you.
I am
Yeah.
shifty shell shocked about that.
It's
I really
shit.
struck a
It's a
nerve with
clanger.
that photo comment, huh?
yeah, he's deliberately gone the other
Like,
way.
well, I
Yeah,
think it's
you-
a clanger. Fuck you.
Fuck you, man. He Shifty had bars, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah.
That's fucking funny.
I
I love that they got booed off Ozfest though. That's funny.
Yeah, them poor.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Good,
poor guy,
good.
but damn,
that was a crazy time for heavy.
Crazy
that was a
town,
crazy,
wasn't it?
that was a crazy town.
It was, man.
Crazy time, crazy town.
Hanson, Umbop.
That's a banger.
It is a banger. You're right.
It's a banger.
It
It
is
is.
a banger.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that song when I was younger.
In like a Disney Channel type of way. It's a banger.
Yeah, yeah.
Smash Mouth All Star.
Hey now.
Yeah, rough that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a tune. It is a tune.
it has to be a banger if it automatically makes you like learn or know all the lyrics right away, right? Like if it comes on and you at least sing some of the parts, it's probably a banger.
Everybody, yeah. Everybody
true.
knows a part of it, don't they?
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
see during lockdown the hardcore version of all the hardcore musicians did of this? Oh, dude, it's quality. It starts off with Colin from God's Hate and Twitching Tongues. He sings a line, and then it goes to like a dude from fucking Harm's Way, and then it's like all the hardcore bands. They each do a lot like
Yeah.
Jesus Peace and all these. They all do a line each. It is absolutely sublime.
I don't know how I didn't know. Shout out all those bands rule, but that sounds awful.
So basically what happened was a load of celebrities did a real cringy version of this. So
Sure.
they did like a hardcore version of it, taking the piss, and it is
Yeah.
fucking
Well, okay,
hilarious.
so
Man. Yeah,
I'm glad it's making fun of something.
yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Right, last one.
Yeah, go on, Def.
Third eye blind, semi-charmed life.
Ooh, I don't know if I know the title.
Yeah, I was
I
I'm not even
want
familiar with that.
something else to get me through this.
Yeah, you know
Semi-time
it.
kind of life, baby. You know that song, man, Dan.
You know it.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah, that's it.
That's
That's a
it.
banger. That's a
Big
banger.
banger.
That's a
yeah,
banger. It is
big
a
banger,
banger.
man. Dad, you know that song.
If it makes me hit the falsetto, it's a banger.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you'll know it, man.
Yeah,
You know it. You know
it's
it.
a fucking
You know it.
absolute tune.
Well, I'll go with the Democracy Wins.
The banger consensus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was really only one really odd duck in there with Down with the Sickness.
Yeah.
The rest of
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to like pick, like, because I always just think that they're either going to be rages or you deliberately pick super shit ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's hard to get like the balance right, I think.
Yeah, but this is, you see, with a tune like, say, like Blink 182, a lot of people just fucking hate Blink 182. Or you could choose like a Nirvana song, and a lot of people just hate Nirvana, so they'll always go. So I basically opened up One Hit Wonders playlist on Spotify, and I picked a few tracks off there.
So to be fair to every clanger, I'm like, but if you would have said this song,
yeah, that's it. There's always a flip side to these bands. So
it's the yin and yang of life.
Yeah, but
it's all about balance, baby.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
But Gareth, thank you for playing Banger or Clanger, and we'll be back with episode 2 of that very shortly. Defo, this is it's your favourite question.
Yes, we've got a final question for you, Garrett, and we've always had interesting answers with this one. So, someone asks you what metal is. What album are you going to give them? So a newbie doesn't know what metal is, asks you, what album can you give me? What is the metal album you will give them?
Damn.
That's usually a reaction we get from everyone.
I don't know why this came to mind right away. I'm just going to say what first came to mind. Bark at the Moon, Ozzy Osbourne.
Cool.
That's a great pick.
Great shout. That's a great pick.
I think if you click play on that first track, you're going to fucking understand what metal is.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you are going for, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want that. This is everything encapsulated in. Yeah, Bark at the Moon's a great record, man.
I might be fucking jamming that right after this call, honestly.
There we go.
Those first few Ozzy solo albums are sublime,
untouchable.
Man.
Yeah,
untouchable.
Yeah.
Even like, I know it gets a bit pelters, but Def, mine your favourite is The Ultimate Sin, isn't it?
Ultimate Sin, yeah. I fucking love The Ultimate Sin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great record. That's the is that the second Ozzy shout we've had for that?
Yes.
The Ultimate Sin was
what?
Ultimate Sin was
the Ultimate Sin was who that was. I can't remember who chose that.
I can't remember who chose it. Yeah, but it's 2 for Ozzy. Ozzy's had 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat an Ozzy or Sabbath mention with a question like that. I feel like.
Yeah, 100%.
It's true. Garrett, thanks for joining us, dude. It's been a blast chatting, man. We'll have to do a round. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, man. We apologize for keeping you waiting for so long, but shit comes up. But yeah, we'll have you back on for sure, man. We'll do something fun as well.
Always down to bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Lovely.
So yeah, dude, good luck with the tour coming up and the tracks and everything. Like it's a fucking exciting time to be a Mormon, that's for sure. So
fuck yeah. Yeah, hopefully it'll be in your neck of the woods next year.
Oh man!
Fantastic! I hope so.
God, we'll be there.
We'll be there. We are there.
Up, mate. Yeah,
dude.
Right on.
We'll be there. We'll get you a beer. For sure.
A beer.
Loads of beers.
Have you seen London prices? Like,
oh yeah, that's true. Fuck, they're expensive. Worth it though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Make sure you go and check out fucking Seraphic Punishment if you haven't already, and support the Maul boys because they fucking deserve it. We'll be back again very soon. Until then, peace out, man.